Guys, what is up? This is the Mila, allegedly the smartest air purification system you can buy today. Let's go ahead, open it up, try it out, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts and compare it to some of the other air purifier systems out there, including the Ikea FÖRNUFTIG, which I currently am using. Let's jump into it.
Now in here, we have our Mila system. Let's get it out of the bag. All right, so we've got our Mila out of the packaging. First thing it says to do is to open up this front hatch here and remove the packaging from our filter. So for my first Mila filter, these are interchangeable. Mila has a bunch of different filter options depending on what you're trying to filter out. I went with the Cuddler because of course we've got the dog. And now with our filter all ready to go, we'll download the app, plug it in, start using it, and see what it's all about. Let's flip on the Mila. All right, guys, well, that's all for setup. We'll be back soon in a couple days with hands-on thoughts and impressions of the Mila itself and how it works. All right, guys, it's been about a week and a half with the Mila in our bedroom in place of the Ikea FÖRNUFTIG. She's working a bit hard right now, so I can't get too close without you not being able to hear me, but I've got some thoughts on the Mila and what sets it apart from the other air purification systems on the market. So first of all, unlike most air purifier systems, Mila is by far the smartest. The biggest difference with this guy from a lot of the other ones out there is the insight, the actual data and information that it gives you with what it's doing. It has a touchscreen built in at the top that shows you what it's currently doing, what your outside air quality is, what your inside air quality is. If you've got VOCs in the air, it shows you the VOC level, what it's doing to try and bring those VOC levels down. And in the app, they'll show you sort of all the data metrics that it records throughout the day based on what's happening in the house, outside of your house, based on your location data, and everything in between. Humidity, just so many pieces of information that it's telling us. And the fact that it's actually adapting real-time data, not just from what's going on around the unit, but from around its environment, like external factors in the house. For example, if the dog is in the room versus when it's just me or my girlfriend in the room, it reacts very differently. The readings change, the conditions of the air change, and Mila automatically springs into action, making adjustments. All right, it's a little bit noisy in there, so just to make the rest of this video easier, let's move into the guest room and we can finish talking about what sets the Mila apart. So Mila makes big claims that their unit is truly providing HEPA grade air filtration, 45 square feet of true certified HEPA filtration, to be exact, based on the claims on their website. Now, I can't really test that, and I don't really know how to calculate or quantify that as a consumer. But what I can say is that compared to the FÖRNUFTIG, the Mila does an outstanding job and is extremely quick. It tells us usually within about 30 to 40 minutes of something we detected in the air that thing is eliminated. Now, the other nice thing with Mila, again, because of its smarts, is that it automatically knows when it can or should spin up heavy and start really working. So overnight, it doesn't spin up heavy It is quiet as a mouse. It just sort of blends in with the background noise. As you can see now, because we've both left the room and we're not there and it's daytime, she's working hard. Now, the other nice part about Mila's setup is that the air filter inside is actually selected by you when you check out, when you order your Mila. So because we've got the dog, we of course went with the Critter Cuddler, which is the pet-friendly, odor-eliminating, dander-limiting filter model. This particular model, the Critter Cuddler, also has a filter sock. So that's going to catch any junk, the larger stuff, before it gets through to the filter, which is just going to extend filter lifespan. And it's perfectly suited for even a larger bedroom, which is great for us in our setup. When I posted my Ikea FÖRNUFTIG review, people said, well, if it's undersized for your room, just buy more units. Well, each of those units is about $100, plus the filters inside, which is another $30 or so. So all said and done, you're $150 out the door for one Ikea FÖRNUFTIG, equipped similarly to the Mila. Now the Mila I purchased for about $400. They were having a special sale, but the regular retail is about $440, and then the filter. So you're about $500 out the door for the Mila. Now, to do a bedroom the size of ours, we'd need at least 2 Ikea FÖRNUFTIG systems. And I should point out that the filters in the FÖRNUFTIG definitely don't last as long as these filters in the Mila do. Since getting my FÖRNUFTIG at the beginning of 2022, so almost a year ago, I've already had to replace at least one of the filters inside. There's 2 inside of each FÖRNUFTIG. I've had to replace the one set of them 3 times and the other one twice. So the Mila filters are good for 6 months a pop. And they are, in that case, more cost effective to run long term. So in the long run, the Mila is a smarter system, has far more functionality, far more insight into what it's actually doing. And if it stands the test of time and it doesn't break down and there's no long-term problems with it, would actually end up being cheaper on the running end. So that's where I started thinking about, well, maybe instead of buying another FÖRNUFTIG and continuing to invest in filters, let's look at a different option, which is why we're here with the Mila system. The app is extremely easy to use and extremely clear. It tells you exactly what's going on, what the Mila is working to remove from the air, all these other factors at play that could be reducing your air quality. Long term, this is going to allow us to make more informed decisions with placement, with humidity controls, all these sorts of other additional insights and data that we now have access to improve our air quality. Now, the other big thing that I think the Mila has going for it is aesthetic, because this device, it's very elegantly made. I love the aesthetic of it. I love the white. There is a black option, but it's more expensive. The white is just fine. I think compared to the FÖRNUFTIG, compared to even the Molecule or other air purifier systems like the Dyson, I think the look of the Mila is far better. The layout is very clever with the screen, again, centered in the top. I think it's intuitive to use, and the screen actually lights up and greets you as you walk towards it. So you don't have to tap to wake it up. You just approach it and it tells you what's going on, what it's working to do, what it's eliminating, what the air quality is. It's a great system all in all and so easy to use. So long term, I can't necessarily say how the Mila will stand up against the test of time. Although the price is a little high on the entry end, long term, I again do believe that this is going to be a cheaper method, and it absolutely already has been a far more effective method than the FÖRNUFTIG. With the FÖRNUFTIG, my allergies did get a little bit better. With the Mila, I can actually tell when I leave the bedroom because my nose starts to get a little tingly. I've never had that before with an air filter system. So it is very apparent that that unit over there is doing a good job. This little one, she hasn't quite come around to adapting to Mila. The FÖRNUFTIG, because it was just a set it and forget it 1 to 3, just a stepper in terms of how hard it was blowing, we always had it on the low setting. The Mila automatically does whatever it wants to do. So at this point, she's a little nervous about it because it's very loud and working hard. But hopefully she'll come around because the filter is designed just for her. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this unboxing and first impressions. I definitely can't say it's a review because we've only had it again for about a week and a half. So this is a very new product to us. And whether or not it makes a truly long-lasting impact on our air quality is still to be determined. But nonetheless, thanks for watching, guys. I'll leave a link down in the description below to the Mila so you can check it out for yourself, get more information on pricing, what the filters do, how much they filter out, what they're all designed for. There's a ton of different options, so you can really choose the one best suited to you and your lifestyle needs. We will see you again soon in the next video.